Hi everyone, I'm Cerise.
I'm Joe.
And today we're going to talk about authority and the hidden, dark, secret reason that we give our authority away to other people. Why we don't want to make choices for ourselves.
Why do we crave authority figures? Why do we love it when somebody comes along and we can say, hey, they can take responsibility for me. They can direct this. I can just, you do that. You tell me what to do.
They can tell me what to do with my life.
Pardon me while I put this leash on and, here we go. And it's like a sigh of relief that comes when that moment arrives and you realize that you can kind of take a step back and sink into yourself and just kind of let life happen to you. Why do we have that moment of feeling relief instead of realizing that we're giving ourselves away?
Instead of realizing that we're giving our creative capacity away, our self-directive principle, that very power of creating ourselves and our lives in the way that we'd like to.
Yeah, there are a lot of surface reasons for this that people will say. Things like, oh, I'm afraid of making a mistake. I'm afraid of
making the wrong
choice. I don't like having to be responsible for things that I'm incompetent. I'm not strong enough. I'm not good enough. And these are the surface things that we will say and will admit to, but there is a deeper layer of stuff that we don't admit to, not even to ourselves. The deeper stuff, you can call it the evil stuff. Stuff like, I don't actually want to be alive. I don't like the life that I have. I don't want to have to wake up and go to work and participate and be a human being. I don't want this responsibility of having to breathe and eat and survive in this world and deal with everyone else and myself. I just want to zone out. I just want to pop out of existence. But I can't do that. So what will I then accept? I'll accept any and every excuse to not live myself. I'll take every opportunity to give away my attention and my focus and my awareness so I don't have to actually see who I am in these moments, so that I don't have to actually be held accountable. Because as long as I don't hold myself accountable, then how can anyone else hold me accountable? And these are those deeper things that run underneath those clever little things that we'll tell each other and ourselves about why we do it. And these are the elements of the dark mind that we need to start bringing up and looking at, and stop even calling it a dark mind. I mean, stop calling it evil, because we're all guilty here. We all have it. It's time to get real and raw with it.
So in your life, take a look at the situations where you don't want to make a choice, where you want someone else to tell you what to do, where to go, what to eat, how to live your life, the partner that you should have, how you should have a marriage, how you should raise your children, all of these different things. Start looking at when are the moments that you are participating in this abdication of responsibility.
Yes.
And be careful, because it can really sneak up on you. You have to start practicing a point of self-reflection. Find a way to support yourself. Use tools like writing, speaking the points out. Have someone to talk to who can see behind the veil that is in front of your eyes when it comes to yourself.
Surround yourself with people who will be genuine and honest and real with you, and don't allow yourself to hide behind friendships that are really just facades for you to keep participating in the same patterns, the same limitations, the same excuses, because that's ultimately not doing you or anyone else any good. And that's not a friendship that is of integrity. That is more of an agreement to, like, hey, let's lie to each other
Yeah, and
I like the way you lie to me.
As long as you let me keep lying to myself.
Yeah. I'm never going to call out any of your problems because I have so many and I don't want you to do that to me. So let's just totally pretend to be something that we're not to each other, even though we know that we're doing it. Yeah. And even though I'm pretty sure you're doing it, but I'm never going to call you out on it.
Yeah.
Deal?
Deal.
Friends.
Nice. So once you've identified those points in your life where you are abdicating your responsibility, where you are waiting for something to make choices for you, you need to start practicing. Basically reprogramming yourself. And it's going to be a long road and it's going to be a tough road because you've spent your entire life living this way.
A really cool example I just saw of this is what happens to your ability to do basic maths as years progress, as you start being introduced to the calculator and your cell phone and your smartphones. Now what do? You're at a restaurant and you need to calculate tip for your server and you're drawing a blank. Oh my god, I can't do it. I don't know what 1 + 5 is. Shoot. So you panic and then you go again into that pattern of who can just tell me the answer? Somebody just tell me what this is. I don't want to have to figure it out because I don't have the capacity anymore. It gets to a point where you lose the capacity to make decisions for yourself and look for yourself and be aware and move yourself and direct yourself. These are things you have to develop. And they atrophy if you don't.
It doesn't mean that they go away completely. It just means that you need to spend a little bit more time, a little bit more effort in redeveloping it within yourself, practicing it every day and every opportunity that you have.
Yes. So the next time you find yourself in a situation where you're kind of standing there with your eyes glazed over and you're kind of waiting for life to give you an answer as though you're going to be like Buddha and just wait for enlightenment under a bonsai tree. How about instead, just hear me out, you slow down, you breathe, you look at your practical reality, you write it out, you seek help, you surround yourself with people like Cerise and I, who have been through this, and every day we push ourselves to be here, be aware, take responsibility, move ourselves in ways that we've resisted, and dig into those dark portions of ourselves and be willing to bear it to ourselves at least, and find the courage to walk through it, because it's not just about ourselves, these dark points, these dark excuses and patterns. Because if we participate in it, we make it possible for other people to do the same. We become an example of that very thing. What we rather do is become examples of the opposite. People who are willing to look into those deep parts of themselves, willing to retake up our basic maths and put away the calculators and the excuses and the McDonald'sization of life, where we want everything done for us and neatly packaged and ready for consumption without having to think about how it all got there in the first place.
So, everyone, thanks for watching. If you like our videos, please share, like, subscribe. Check us out on Patreon. Support us, and we will be able to continue doing what we're doing.
If there's anything specific you guys want us to have a look at and take apart, so we are very good at looking at various dimensions of something and not making it personal, but making it practical so that you can see it for yourself and see how you can work with it and find out what your potential could be within a point that you've been struggling with and too afraid to ask for support about. We will not hold it against you.
All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time.